Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is September the 20th, 2022. We are here to talk about the three indexes, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow. You guys already know, you may already have heard that the Fed is going to drop their interest rate decision tomorrow. So I wanted to come and speak to each and every one of you and show you all how the markets is looking so that we don't have to be caught off guard and actually anticipate where price is going to go. So welcome everyone to the channel. This is HueFin, also known as HueFin News. I produce the predictive content so that we can be ahead of the game, so that we can be ahead of our competition inside the market, so that we can win more often than we lose. So you guys can see real quick that there's this article right here from Forbes. The September Fed meeting expected to deliver 75 basis points hike. So that's pretty much already baked into the price of these three indexes, the Dow, the S&P 500, and NASDAQ. So everyone is already expecting the Fed to raise interest rates by 75 basis points. Now, if we're going to get something more monumental in terms of a price crash, then they will have to raise by 100 points, 100 basis points. A lot of people are seeing that as a thing that can happen, but is less likely to occur. Now, if they do that tomorrow, then yes, we will have to be prepared to see a bigger move to the downside. All right. So looking at this article a little bit further, you can see that the Federal Reserve will meet to set interest rates on September 20, which is today going into tomorrow, announcing the decision on the 21st. All right. And that's going to occur. The actual rate announcement is going to occur tomorrow from 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Wednesday. Okay. Now, this is the meeting. In addition to Jerome Powell doing a press conference to where they're going to share their economic projections called Summary of Economic Projections. As part of the package of economic forecasts, this will provide some insight into the level of interest rate for year-end 2022 and 2023, as well as where the Fed sees inflation going in the long term. This is where people will begin to predict and forecast with their own particular proprietary models as to how they're going to position themselves in 2023. So this is where the market action is going to occur. Now, if the Fed sees themselves holding interest rates around 4.5%, 5% towards the ending of 2022 for the majority of 2023, then that would possibly lift price up across the overall stock market. Now, if anything dramatic happens from now all the way until the end of 2023, then we will see price continue to go down in the overall stock market within the Dow, the NASDAQ, S&P 500. And we all can pretty much see that off of the price chart. So let me show you all what I'm saying. I did a video on those three indexes right here on the week of September 5th, 2022. You guys can tell I'm looking for the price to go up, right? I'm still seeing that the market in the Dow, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ wants to go up. Now, one thing I wanted to address and show you all is that right here, the market buyers could not take out this level to the upside, 32,500 points. That is crucial. This area is telling us that even though the market tried to take price higher, they could not take it above 32,500 in the Dow, when previously we all can see how the market in the Dow was utilizing this area as a basis of support. So that is crucial. We needed to see the buyers in the Dow take that area out to the upside. So for us to see that not happen, the opportunity for us to see price go up right now in the Dow is dwindling. It is what it is. So as we go throughout tomorrow, we need to focus in on how the market interprets what Jerome Powell and everyone else within the policy team and think about their projections, which is why I am looking at this particular level in the Dow. All right. This area right here is going to be real important for us to see buyers hold. Okay. So we saw buyers get rejected right here in the Dow. Now we need the buyers to hold here though. If the buyers hold here no lower than the lows that came into June, which is where I'm positioned at right here, then long term, the market is still going to try to trend higher. Okay. So I'm trying to give you all the forecast. I'm trying to show you all what the expectation is going to be. Now that's in the Dow. Okay. So far I'm going to continue to hold out in my original idea of looking for these three indexes to go up. I just want us to be prepared to see what needs to occur to allow that to happen. Okay, we cannot see the market in the Dow break below 30,000 points. Can't see that. So now let's go ahead and look at it in the NASDAQ. All right, so you guys can pretty much see the same type of idea that the market buyers in the NASDAQ got rejected right here. Okay, this is where the buyers got rejected. Now, it would have been fantastic for us to see the market in the NASDAQ break this particular level to the upside, which is around 12,800 points. That would have been fantastic, but it didn't. So we got to keep it real. If the market is not looking bullish, then we already know what to expect. So it was acting as support in the NASDAQ around 12,800 back in April. Same thing. Back in the beginning of 2021, the market came and bounced off this area, and now we can see it act as rejection or resistance. So let's keep it real. The market is not extremely bullish in none of these three indexes, which is why we need to see the buyers in the NASDAQ as we get this rate announcement. Do not let price fall below 11,500 points. It may be a quick touch on all three of these three indexes tomorrow when the Fed comes out with their rate announcement. We may see the market come down for a quick minute. It might even come all the way back down to 11,000 points. But again, everyone is expecting this already. So why would we not be surprised if that was to occur in the NASDAQ and the Dow? So I just wanted to come in and keep you all updated as to where we are at. Yes, market is weak. I get it. But the market is definitely still mixed in with some idea that price is going to continue to try to trend higher. I'm not trying to let that go just yet. Just yet, I'm not letting it go because I'm noticing on the price chart that the buyers are still trying to come into the market. The only weakness that we've really seen that occurred in these three indexes is right here. Okay. That was it. Outside of that, we can tell that market has been trying to trend higher across the board. So I'm waiting for that monumental moment, and it's going to occur tomorrow, I would suspect, once the people see what Jerome has to say going forward long term. The 75 basis points is already baked into the price. If he says anything out the norm that people don't expect, we will see some increased volatility to the downside. But it may also go up, which is why I'm not changing my prediction. Okay, so we're going to leave that alone here in the NASDAQ as well. Now, I wanted you all to go back and listen to my last video about these three indexes to see where I have my price targets. I'm quite sure this 12,800 point was one price target that I had. All right. And same thing with the Dow. I'm quite sure when I concluded the video in the Dow that my first price target was up here around 32,500. I'm quite sure I said that. Now let's go back to the S&P 500. Same thing. Take a look. The market in the S&P 500 attempted to break above 4,100 points right here to where it was once acting as support, and it got rejected. So yes, currently the environment in the S&P 500 right alongside the Nasdaq and the Dow is all weak. The market currently is weak, period, across the board. I see that. My idea now going forward for everyone who views this video is for us to see the buyers come back in. They got rejected up here at these previous areas of resistance. We notified you all on that. Now we need to see them come into the market. Okay. For instance, we want to see the market in the S&P 500 close above, I will say around this particular area right here. We want to see price close above 38.70. That's where we want to see the market eventually come back up above, because that will indicate that buyers are coming back into the market for the S&P 500. If we don't see buyers come into the market from where price currently is in the S&P 500 all the way back down to where I have my ultimate area of support, which is around 37.25, then we need to come in and play the downside. But not yet. The market currently in the S&P 500 Albeit we understand the current environment is weak. Again, I'm still seeing some buyers mixed into this particular trading in the S&P 500. The buyers are still here. They haven't left just yet. Okay, so I'm going to continue to keep this here. I'm not going to change my price prediction, albeit we have to conclude that all of these three indexes is in a downtrend. Like, we get it. People continually say a bear market, like the market from where it is now in the S&P 500 from the high is down 25%, almost 25.25%. So it is what it is. So our overall mentality needs to be, yes, price going down. But just like the market is kind of like a seesaw. When the majority of the market is thinking one way, that is when we need to start thinking the other way. So if the majority of the market is thinking recession, depression, market crash, we need to start thinking of a market move higher then, right? So we've seen the initial stage of that right here. Okay. We've seen the initial stage of the market thinking differently from a crash, from a recession, from a soft landing, to us trying to see the market go up, and it attempted it. Like, I give the market credit. We see that they tried to lift price, but across the board, they all failed. So tomorrow will give us another clue if the buyers are still present. If they are, we'll see price begin to go back up. Now, I will tell you this before I let you all go. If we see, as the market comes back up on across the board on these three indexes, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and S&P 500, if we see the market get rejected a second time, in this particular situation in the S&P 500 at 4,100 points, then yeah, we'll have to play a massive bearish trend to the downside, for real. Like, I'm preparing myself for that already. If we see the next move higher, and price gets rejected, and be prepared for the market to go a lot lower. Okay, so that is it. I just wanted to come in and provide you all an update, because I know that everyone is feeling the same way. And that's one thing that makes me begin to think, okay, I'm looking for signs to show me otherwise. If everyone is thinking the price is going to go down, then I'm thinking the opposite way. I need to start switching my mentality before everyone else gets on board and say, hey, oh, now the market wants to go up. I want us to be already in position for that. So let's chill out. I'm not going to change these price predictions on my chart. So I'm going to see what happens tomorrow. And if buyers come in, then I know what my price prediction is on these three indexes is still valid. So now we'll see. Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, trade different.